A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. Hi, so the title is obviously like slightly clickbait, but it's also kind of not. This is like a story time slash rant slash I don't fucking know PSA about how insane the medical system in America is. So I see a psychiatrist, right? This should not be shocking. I am a very mentally ill individual. I'm professionally diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, major depressive disorder, a number of other things, and I'm also in the process of seeking diagnosis for borderline, which is besides the point. I'm just giving some context so you kind of know what the deal is. So I'm seeing a psychiatrist, and I already kind of don't like her for other reasons, which I won't go into, and was already, you know, like, oh, I'm moving soon, so I'm gonna try to find me, like, a new psychiatrist because this one isn't great. But she seemed to be doing good on the whole, like, you know, prescribing shit part of her job, which is kind of her whole job. You know, like that's this woman's job, is to prescribe medications to people based on their issues, you know, that presumably won't fuck with the other medications they're on too much. So I'm not gonna like deep dive on all of the meds I'm on, but the important one for the context of this story time, I guess, is I am on Prozac. It's an antidepressant, very common antidepressant. So common, in fact, that there is no reason why this should have happened, because this should have been like at the top of her thing. And she does prescribe me this antidepressant. I was originally prescribed it by somebody else, but like she continues to write that in, and we've talked about it. So again, this woman's job is just to prescribe medications and tell me about the medication she's prescribing me, because that should be like bare minimum for anybody who's prescribing any medication, but especially somebody who that's like their whole job. Okay, so I'm on Prozac, and I'm starting this new medication, which I have not taken yet because I'm very hesitant to, for reasons you're about to find out. She said this new medication is just to treat some mild symptoms I have. Like, it's not for any specific condition, just like a few symptoms I have that kind of overlap a lot of things I deal with. Which, like, cool, whatever, I'll take it. Um, so she doesn't tell me pretty much anything about this medication, like at all. She just says, oh yeah, take it, like at night, which it also says on the little prescription RX thing that I have. And I'm like, cool, lit. So my dad went to get the medication today. I do not have a license yet. I am hoping to get a license in the very near future. But at the time of recording this video, I do not have a driver's license. So he was out dropping off my brother at our other parents' house, and on the way back, he stopped at the pharmacy and picked up this medication for me. I don't think much of it. I'm like, okay, cool, this is gonna be nothing, because it should be nothing, like, this should not be some huge thing. Except when he comes back, he tells me, oh, the pharmacist told me to warn you about taking this medication alongside Prozac, and that it might have some bad interactions. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was along those lines. And I'm like, huh, weird that my psychiatrist wouldn't mention that, but you know, it's probably something super, super minor, super not a big deal. Because surely if it was a big deal, you know, the psychiatrist whose job is to prescribe me medications would have, fucking mentioned it, considering, again, this is her whole job, is just to not fucking give me stuff that's gonna kill me. I kind of forgot about it because I had other stuff to do and I didn't have to take it till the evening. It is now the evening, which is why I'm filming this video, because I decided to, hey, Google interactions between Prozac and this other medication. You know, because I'm a little bit suspect about the fact that this psychiatrist, who I already have issues with, prescribed me something that has negative interactions with something I'm already on, and didn't mention it. I have it pulled up to my left. I have to be kind of careful about not looking over too much, because I'm also playing this game right now, and I don't want to, like, fuck up. But I look it up, and it's like, you know, the little top part is like, oh, may cause some interactions. I'm like, okay, figures. Technically, some of my other meds technically have interactions, but again, it's nothing crazy. Because if it were something crazy, I wouldn't beyond the current mix of meds I'm on. But then it says common side effects, like for the interaction. Common side effects of taking these two things together, right? Not like, oh, this happened to one person. It's enough for good old Google to list these as common. The first one is drowsiness. Okay, figures. I'm taking it at nighttime anyways, so assuming it doesn't fuck too heavily with the Prozac, which I take in the morning, not a big deal. Seizure. So, like, 0 to 100. So, for those who have been here before, you may be like, well, you already have a seizure disorder, so not that big of a deal, right? First off, still a big deal. Seizures are serious, regardless of if you're used to them or not. But also, I should be clear, what I have is psychogenic non-epileptic seizures, which is a quite different type of thing than if I were to get a seizure as a side effect of taking medication. Like, those are not the same thing. One is much more dangerous than the other, and the dangerous one is the bad side effect. Oh, but it gets worse. It gets worse, trust. Parkinson-like symptoms. Again, we're still in common side effects for this interaction. Yeah, just Parkinson's. You want some Parkinson's with your fucking... Fuck. You want some Parkinson's with your medication? Like, what the fuck? A bunch of, like, abnormal muscle movements, which isn't great. I mean, I already have a tic disorder, so, like, not the most insane thing for me, but, like, still bad, especially that she didn't mention it. And low blood pressure. That is the last thing that is specifically listed on the common side effects is low blood pressure. Now, this is a little bit concerning, but immediately is like, okay, that's a pretty common side effect, whatever. The issue with that is that she has me on a different med, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of, but it's for anxiety. She prescribed it for anxiety, but really what it does is it's a blood pressure medication. It lowers your blood pressure, which of course can help with anxiety because especially with me, my anxiety symptoms are very physical, but I already am taking a medication that is lowering my blood pressure. I don't need to be taking another medication that will accidentally lower my blood pressure more. That's not fucking safe. Oh, it gets worse. So, for the next part, I have a lot of impulse issues. I have really bad, like, impulse control and a lot of, like, reckless, impulsive thoughts. It's not good. So the second thing is under these potential, like, common side effects, it says serious behavioral changes. In some cases, combining these medications has been linked to severe restlessness, I'm, like, again, splitting my attention between two things. Restlessness, impulsivity, gambling urges, hypersexuality, and lack of control over behavior. These side effects may be more likely in those individuals with OCD or impulse control disorders. Now, I don't, to my knowledge, have OCD, but remember the borderline thing I mentioned earlier? Yeah, a large part of why I'm seeking diagnosis for that is because the, like, fear of abandonment and shit leads to a lot of these impulsive things. I would call that disordering to my impulse control, no? And this woman knows this, by the way. She knows that I have impulse issues and that I'm taking Prozac. So yeah, there's not much of a point to this video. I just think that it's fucking insane that this person whose one job is to prescribe me medications, has done this. I don't know, maybe it will be fine. You know, these are all potential side effects. It's not like a guarantee to happen. I certainly don't feel super great about the idea of taking something that can cause Parkinson's-like symptoms and impulsive loss of control over behavior. Like, what the fuck do you mean? I think it's mainly just the context of, like, my psychiatrist prescribed me this. Like, if I went to my regular-ass doctor and they prescribed me something that interacted negatively with another one of my medications, I would call that irresponsible, but also they're, like, a general doctor. They aren't specialized in brain medicine. This woman's job is brain medicine, and she did this shit. So yeah, if I go missing, you know who to blame, I guess. Oh my fucking god. I guess while I'm here, content has been a bit slowed because I have life shit going on. Again, I said I'm moving soon. I do have like a bunch of shit on, I guess, the back burner, like in my backlog of stuff I've filmed but haven't finished editing. More content is on the way, but in the meantime, yeah, this is like a today thing at the time of filming this. And I don't know, people in the past have enjoyed me doing story times slash rant type things, so I figured this would be mildly entertaining. If you liked hearing me complain about my fucking kind of incompetent psychiatrist, then, you know, subscribe, like, do all this shit. I have a Patreon as well. It's $1 a month. I feel gross plugging that, but like, if anything helps. Yeah. I will see you whenever I see you again. I feel like I keep getting killed by this one guy.